What's up, y'all? This is Daryl D back with another one. We're going to look at some more 45s. This is part 5 of rare 45s from my personal collection. Um, I never really planned on pulling out certain 45s, but as I was looking through a lot of my rap 45s as I was putting them all in alphabetical order, I just noticed that there was some that either you don't see as much or some that, I never hear people play. So I started looking up some of these and just seeing how many people out there are actually looking for them or how much they're selling for those that have sold in the past. And so these that I'm going to show you are either ones that are a little on the pricier side, or they're just kind of rare and not a lot of you just don't see them as much. You know what I mean? So I pulled out another 10, and there's definitely a few in this batch that I want you guys to hear. So I got my little portable here to the side because I want you guys to hear some of these really, really cool rap 45s. And hopefully I can get away with it here on YouTube and all that. So I'm going to start off hot as usual. And this first one I want to show you, I'm not even sure how to label this. It's from Omniverse Recordings. Side A is called Days Gone By. And side B, which is the side we're really going to focus on, is The World Is Yours by Nas. Now, these are actually instrumental versions of these songs, like instrumental, jazzy type of versions of these songs. Let me show you what this looks like. So, I don't know if that label looks familiar to anybody, or that part right there. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Mobile Mondays in New York? It used to be a Monday night 45 party down in a Bowery district of New York, and there was like the Mobile Monday crew consisted of Money Mike and what's her name? Oh, I can't think of her name. Operator M's and Natasha Diggs and what's the producer guy? Just Blaze, and there's like 3 or 4 other people that made up that whole Mobile Mondays crew. I'm sorry I can't think of everybody. I can't think of the one girl. I think she's from like England or somewhere. Anyway, every Monday they would have different guest DJs in there spinning along with them. In fact, I've spun in there twice. They're no longer going on. They do things around the city, but as far as that weekly Monday night thing, I think COVID kind of knocked that out the picture, unfortunately. But like I was saying, they have different guest DJs, and I believe it was on their website, you could hear recordings of all of the different people that have done sets on there. And if my memory serves me correct, and I think it does, I heard Bobbito play this record. And I was like, man, I have got to have this record. So let me play you this. I'll play you a little of the other side too, because I noticed that it was like a song that was sampled by Jill Scott. Not necessarily this record, but whoever did the actual song. I just recognize it from Jill Scott's first album. But let's listen to this Nas song and you guys can hear how crazy this is. Let's see. We'll just play so much of it, so you know, try to. Oh, wait a minute. That's the other side. This is the non-side. Doesn't really see an artist name. It just has the titles and then the record label. Alright, that's enough. But you get the picture. That's pretty cool, right? So, yeah, when I heard this, I had to have it. I don't even remember how I found out who it was. But I definitely think it was Bobbito that played it. In fact, it's been a few times I've heard Bobbito do sets, and he played some crazy stuff, which I need to make some videos on that. But yeah, that's the label is Omniverse Recordings, and it doesn't have an artist. It just has the, oh, let me play the other side. It just has you know, the song titles. Just throw this one in there real quick. Tell me if you recognize this from Jill Scott's first album. That's enough. You get the picture. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you need to know. But yeah, make sure you check that out. Or see if you can find that if you're interested. Okay, another one I pulled out is an oldie but goodie. Classic Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. A touch of jazz. This is one of those 45s that's been in my collection forever. So, I can't tell you where I found it. Oh, yeah, I can't tell you where I found this. But it's been in my collection for quite a long time. So, you don't have to really get deep into Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. We all know who they are. So, but apparently that's a pretty hard one to find from what I hear. Now here's another one. This was one of those, what was his name? Oh, this is Paul Nice. And this is a Slice of Spice label limited edition. I think there was, I'm assuming maybe 600 of these pressed up. This is number 594. This is Biz Markie, Turn the Party Out, 45. And it's got, it's also got a song on here called Top 5 Breakbeats, which is a skit. But it's a Paul Nice remix of Turn the Party Out. So we gotta listen to this one, because I don't remember how this sounds. It's been such a long time since I've played it. Let's see if we can play this and get away with it. I'm kind of curious as to how this sounds myself.
Alright, your top 5 breakbeats of the moment. Go. Ashley's Roach Clip.
Oh, apparently I played side B first, so this is...
Funky Drum.
Okay, let me stop this right now, so... because that'll definitely get picked up. Hopefully I didn't play too much of that. Let's just go on and listen to the remix of Turn the Party Out.
Okay, okay. Paul Nice is the MC, we got Z. Biz Markie. Yes, I'm the MC, you know that it's my shine. A cuckoo for cocoa with my vocal. When I'm in San Francisco or when I'm local. The Emma's, you just doing my thing. I'm guaranteed to rock and make the microphone sing. Biz Markie. Yes, I'm the MC, you know that Biz Markie, what you wanna do? Biz Markie.
Alright, man. Nobody beats the Biz. Alright. So this one, I forgot the guy who did the artwork on here. Additional design by Chris Allen. So would that be a design on the record or the cover design? I'm not sure. But there's like a handful of records that feature this artwork on there. I know I got the LL Cool J 10-inch of this, and I think I have one other record that has this artwork. Yeah, I don't know whatever happened to Slice of Spice, but they were putting out some cool stuff for a little while. Anyway, yeah, you guys ever seen this record? You ever heard of this? If you did, now you do. Now it's time to go do some digging and find it, right? Okay, now this next one is another one that I definitely want you to hear. This is called the Liquid Crystal Project. Okay, there we go, right there. And they did an instrumental version of... Oh, hold on one second. Okay, back to the show. As I was saying, this the Liquid Crystal Project, they did like an instrumental version of Fall in Love by Slum Village, which is absolutely bananas. And it's produced by JRock, so that much we know. So there we go. It's called Another Tribute to Dilla. I'm not sure what side this is on. Let's just see. Man, I love playing this out. See if we got the right side. Nope, that's not the side I want to play. Here we go.
1 2 1 2 1 1 1 2 1 2 1 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2
Jazzy kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? It's still rap, just an instrumental jazzy version of a rap song too. That's straight mellow. So you get the picture on that one. JRock does not miss. You know what I mean? So I don't remember where I heard this record. So I can't. Sorry, I can't share that part with you. But man, this is crazy. And when I spin records like this, I try to spin like a whole set of like really smoothed out and mellow mellow tracks. I would definitely play this in the same set as the Nas instrumental. Moving on, here's a classy one, man. This is oldie but goodie. This is Globe and Whiz Kid. Play that beat, Mr. DJ. Play that beat. Why don't you play it for me? This record, I definitely remember buying this from Record Jungle, you know, right in LA. And man, this came, my man Andy over there. It's like the guy had, you know, this. I found this in a $2 bin, and this was like dead stock. And there was like a ton of them, and I think I bought like 8 or 9 of them that day. His $2 bins of 45's was so massive and humongous. I've never gotten through all of them, so I don't even know how many more of these were in there, but I definitely sold the rest of these on online. So yeah, that's a good one to have. That's a good one to have. Very, very classic joint. Okay, next up, this is another good one. This is JRock, The Technique, and he definitely did this cool instrumental re-edit of Eric B. and Rakim's Sweat the Technique. I gotta let y'all hear this. Man, I so hope YouTube doesn't ping me for playing some of this stuff, because some of these sound exactly like the OG, but let's see. This is a classic. I gotta find that breakdown for you. Check this out. Alright, that's enough. You get the idea. JRock is definitely a mad scientist. That's another guy that never misses. I'm not sure where I picked this up, but if I had to guess, I would say it was in California somewhere. I think I got it somewhere in Cali, but I'm not exactly sure. Just in case you want to look for that, that's what that looks like. Alright, now here's another one. I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to be able to play. But this is FTP. We know what that means. Now FTP, that song was made by 3 different artists or groups. We obviously know about the NWA sample, or the NWA release. We know about, or perhaps you know about was it Slum Village, or was it just a J Dilla release of this song? I think it was just Dilla. I'm not sure. And then my favorite version of it is X-Clan. So they kind of took all of those elements of those songs. I think it's all 3. It's definitely 2. And they put them on this remix, I should say. Now this one, I definitely got this from Juno .uk or something like that. And I'll tell you right now, if you guys are looking for the illest re-edits, remixes, bootleg 45s, you want to hit up Juno.uk, juno.com.uk, something like that. You can't miss it, Juno. And because I don't know what it is about Europe, but they can press anything they want and sell it however they want, sell it freely, and there's not a lot of, you know, pushback on that. And that's where I got this from. And a lot of times these 45s are like limited. A lot of them are like limited to like 300 copies, some a lot less. So I used to go in there periodically and just look around and see, you know, what they have. And that was the case with this song right there. They go pretty fast, so if you see them, you better grab them. Let's see how much of this I can actually play. I'm gonna skip around too.
On the count of three, safe.
Whoa.
Pulled over, end up fucking. Turn on the TV. Is this another cop busted for illegal business? They out of control. They out of their minds. They pulling you over. They hopping inside. Just know you got drugs and know you got guns.
Okay, so there you go with that. Obviously, this is the NWA and the J Dilla version. The X-Clan version. Or there's not any elements from the X-Clan version, apparently. It's been a while since I played this. I think they left all of the cursing in it, which I don't really like. But, hey, what are you going to do, right? So that's 7 so far. So I got 3 more I want to show you. I'm sure some of you have seen this one, I would guess. What label is this on again? Oh, Fat Beats. Fat Beats put out this DITC, The Enemy 45. I remember this being in my collection for a little while, but I don't remember where I actually picked it up. Maybe I got it straight off of the website. I'm not sure, but this is The Enemy, produced by DJ Premier. Can't go wrong. Let's see what that sounds like. Or maybe you already know. Okay. You know what that sounds like. You guys know that song. I don't want to get pinged if I haven't already, but classic DITC right there. But we'll keep it moving. Sorry I can't play more, but this next one is Fujis 45 of Fujila. Let me show you what that looks like. And this is on gold vinyl. Now you might be wondering, where in the world did I get this? Some of you definitely know. Now, like most of my rap albums, especially my rap albums from the 90s, I bought them when they came out. So I have OG copies of those. But at some point, the Score LP was re-released. It might have been a Record Store Day release or something. I think it was a few years ago. It was definitely a few years back. And one of the things that they did was they included this 45 in that album. I didn't know that until I did some research, and I really had to track it down because at first I couldn't find any info on this. But I picked this up at my favorite record store for 45s in the world, People's Records in Detroit, Michigan. Just go. Thank me later. Just go. Anyway, this was like in one of the miscellaneous boxes, and I paid $2 for this record. $2 for this classic 45 in mint condition. So at some point, obviously, this got separated from the score reissue and ended up, you know, just out in the wild like that. So don't need to play that. You know what that is. But this was a great find. A great find. And especially a great $2 find. How cool is that? The last one I want to show you, this is another one that's been in my collection for a while. This is Pharcyde of the Fish. And I'm not even sure if this is it's domestic or... Oh, it's a domestic, I guess. This is, I bought this at the Beat Swap Meet years ago. Now, for those that don't know, the Beat Swap Meet was only the greatest record show on the planet. You know, I talk about it all the time. I'm not sure. I need to do a whole video on that. I'll have to do that. But big ups to my man Utmost. It was a great record show. Anyway, I can't think of his brother's name. I apologize, but he would manage. He was like a manager of the Pharcyde, or he might have been the road manager or regular manager. I'm not sure, tour manager. But every time they would come through town, he was always there with them. So I think he was at the very least a road manager / employee for Delicious Vinyl. Anyway, he set up quite often at the Beat Swap Meet, and he would have the illest Delicious Vinyl releases, stuff that I never saw in the actual stores. This was one of them. One of the other ones that that I would get from him was the Runnin' on blue vinyl, like the OG from, they reissued it, and the reissue looks exactly like the OG, but he had a lot of OG stuff, a lot of promo stuff, just stuff that you didn't see in stores for the most part. And I would always just buy everything in sight. When they first started reissuing, they had reissued the first 2 Pharcyde albums on cassette, and they were selling those later on. But I was buying the original cassettes because he would bring those out there and sell those too. So it was just the coolest stuff. I think the reissues was on, like, I think the label was called like something like Bubblegum, something like that. I know some of y'all know what I'm talking about, because other genres of music were reissued on that same label. But I used to get the OGs from him. Like, I think I bought OG because I would, buy myself a copy, and then I would just sell the extra, because I was buying those tapes for like $5. I was buying these 45's, this one in the Runnin', and a few others for like $5 a piece. So I was grabbing like 4, 5, 6 at a time and flipping them. Man, that was a great time. But it's got Other Fish on side A, and then side B has Pharcyde live at Dodger Stadium. So that's cool if you got that one. And there's multiple versions of this on 45, and this is, I think they got one like this that covers in color, and I think they also have one that doesn't have a picture sleeve on. There's a few different versions of Other Fish on 45 that you can pick up. I used to see this one too at Amoeba in LA, the old Amoeba, but I never picked it up there because I got it so much cheaper at the Beat Swap Meet. And like I said, all of these records that I showed are either kind of pricey or they're kind of rare, or both. But yeah, these 10 more 45's that are rare from my personal collection. And this is part 5. I don't know if I have enough for a part 6. I got a lot of rap 45s, but these are like a little bit on the rare, pricier side of it. So if you haven't seen the other 4 videos like this, make sure you go check them out, because I want you to see some of these cool 45s that I got. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out. This is Daryl D. Until next time, you guys stay safe. All right. Peace and love.